Good morning, everyone. It is I, Gina Louisa, back down on my bed this morning because Oliver is laying up in the spot where I started doing card readings again. And Oliver, sorry to say, Oliver isn't feeling too good. You know how he's an indoor and outdoor cat. Well, he came home a few days ago all tore up and he just doesn't look good. He smells something awful, too. So it's, oh, poor kitty. He just wants to be near me. So I don't have the heart to to push him away. He needs me so. So let's all pray for Oliver. And as soon as I have money, I need money to take him to a vet. And that's how I'm doing as much as I can. Anyway, that's enough of that. And me and my explanations, huh? Bringing you along on my journey. Today is June the 18th of 2025. And it's actually Buddy's birthday today. He's 73 today, my roommate and friend. In person who I'm training to be my photographer so I can take some pictures outside. And on that note, let's turn this deck over and see what we need to know today. Oh, what do I need to know today, Lord? Oh, the Knight of Pentacles today. Well, this guy's not messing around. He's definitely suited up. He's got his helmet down and on. But he's also not charging off anywhere. Do you see? And I know that people will say that the pentacles, then because he's not charging off, it's a slow moving energy. But I don't think so. It might have taken a while to build to become the knight. But this is a standing your ground energy, you see? He's not having to charge off anywhere. Do you see this staff? It's not forward. He's not going forward. He's not leaning it backwards neither. Okay, it's standing forward. Excuse me, or back, or it's not pointing at us. It's not pointing away. It's up. He's got that I'm ready to defend, ready for whatever comes my way. He's not there for a picnic, fellas. We'll put that up here. Let's see what's on the top. Ooh. Wow. The Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is the beginning of work. Not like the Eight, that's like a whole shitload of work. This is the beginning of a new project. I've got things behind me that I've done, and here's one. Here's a new one, and I'm working on stuff. That's what the Three of Pentacles is. It's I'm working on stuff. And he's the knight, as the knight being beneath me. Okay, so maybe I've suited up for war. But what I wound up doing is creating instead. I'm standing my ground, yes, but in a whole different way, in an artistic way. Here's what I've made, and I'm showing it to the world. I think that's what this is. There are many ways to fight a battle, but they're all in Pentacle. They're all in this real world. It's not something I'm daydreaming about, something I'm really doing and have really done to become the knight. And now I'm showing that work that I've done to the world. Let, let's cut. Oh, whoa. The Nine of Wands. I love the Nine of Wands in this deck. It's my favorite depiction of the Knight of Wands I've ever seen. This is reverence for all that have had to come before you, for all that have fallen alongside of you, and all of that have had to fall for you to survive. This is reverence for the energy of the war and that it took you to get there. And for your victory, yes, for it is victory, but it's a victory it's a melancholy victory. He's not jumping around, yay, 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 wiggling his ass and spiking a ball. No, no. It's okay. Like, yeah, I'm alive, but so many have fallen. Reverence for all that has happened, for your rise, for your survival. All that has had to happen for your survival. Boy, that's my card for sure. Reverence for everything that has to happen for my rise, for my survival, for our survival. We are the good in this world. And there's a battle, and we have reverence for it. Many will fall, only evil. And we have reverence for our survival as the good in this world, for all the work we've done and everything it's taken from the night. This is what we do. We work with reverence. Let me look at the bottom of the deck. Yes. Wow. The journey of life. In life, we burn. We burn through life. We go through life and we begin. And you trod through life in the physical, okay? But as you're trotting through life, do you see it's not just one strand? There are two. For in the physical you are, but yet your spirit follows you. Does your young little life trot off and your spirit has to drape over your little self? Or does your spirit drive you and your body is what follows along? Sometimes we get all distracted and looped around and yet we always come together because as one moves on, so must the other. One doesn't move on without the other. They wait for each other and they move on through time. However that time drags them, whatever that time does to them, and it's still, all this is, if you follow it, even though it looks looped back around itself, and it's still just two strands that go in life. Sometimes our egos get super inflated, or our life gets so busy that our soul has to take a back seat, and sometimes our soul gets so inflated that our lives have to take a back seat. Sometimes we're so close. Our lives and our souls, our spirits seem to be one. Other times, not so much. But as we follow our life, even when we seem to be so far away from our spirit, right? We follow it all the way to the fruition. Follow that path all the way to its fruition. And then we find ourselves let me find the end. I'm holding it upside down, I think. We have the beginning, and the end is somewhere Oh, is the end. Let's get all the way to the end. Here we are. All the way to the end. No matter what a long journey it is, we become fat with ourselves at the end, seems. But then we are at the end, staring at ourselves again, from the beginning to the end. See, from our onset, a tiny little onset, to our, here we are. The journey comes to an end, and where we are staring at each other, both face, our soul and our life. Maybe we can even look back over some of it as we're staring. But it's all one thread. We are a dual thing. We burn in aliveness and in the spirit. This is what's beneath me today. Put that there to never forget. We burn as two things in this world. Everything we do in the physical has a spiritual ramification. Let's see what's on the top. Which one's this one? I gotta get a good look at it because I'm so blind. Let me get a good look. I apologize. Oh, it's this one. Have you seen this one? I may have. It's facing the correct way. This is another card of perspective. Just looking out. That's it. Looking out over the edge. Here you can see where we are up here. And just looking out over the infinity. And there I am, right? That's what life is. We're on our journey. And we're just looking out. Out into infinity. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I keep above me. The looking out into the future. The perspective. Perspective on nature, too. Do you notice? It's always nature that brings us to that moment. Not looking out over a city doesn't bring you that feeling. Only looking out over nature. Let me move that here. And my life, journey, spirit. As my physical travels, this is the same thing. You're in the physical, in the spirit. Solace. Let me see. Oliver just moved and the scent is overbearing. It really is. I apologize. Let us pray for Oliver's improved health. Let's cut. Pattern. That's what I'm doing. Every day. Like I feed him and try to give him love and, I want him to heal. Every day I do these readings. I want my life to heal. I want our lives to heal. God says that He made me and my atmosphere to share with the world. And it's not whether or not you appreciate me being there, right? It's that I'm fulfilling my vow to God. I'm fulfilling a pattern. As I look back over my years, I can see a pattern. Me always trying to be as authentic as I can, putting things down just as I see them in that moment. I'm not faking, I'm not pretending, I'm not trying to orchestrate something, I'm just being. And as time unfolds, a pattern of me being that way, of me being an authentic being, is what I share with the world. That's what's on top of me. Is the fact that I live in this world, our twin flame journey, in the physical and in the spirit. This is the solace that I bring, my very countenance that I bring to the world. And as I do it every day, the consistency will be a pattern. I love you all, everyone. I'll see you in the morning.